Tail of the tape for this main event brought to you by Celsius. Live fit. Kendly St. is 1 year older than Paulo Laia. Laia is the taller fighter at 6'1". He's listed at 6'1". I swear he's taller than that, Kenny Florian. Kendly St. did weigh in beyond the lightweight limit. He's at 157 pounds. Reach advantage, no surprise, favoring the taller fighter in Paulo Laia. Josh Rutgers will oversee the action in our final bout of the evening. Laia in the gray, Kendly St. in the black. Body kick from Laia to open the action.
Yeah, interesting to see Laia just get right in front of Kendly in the pocket. Surprised to not see him look for long-range strikes. There he goes for a little question mark kick. Almost went upstairs there. St. Louis was onto it, though.
Three-piece there from St. Louis. The third one did land. Paulo Laia now trying to stay a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a much better range for him. Also, nice takedown there by St. Louis, but Laia right back to his feet.
St. Louis caught the kick, had Laia on his back very temporarily, and now Paulo Laia trying to get those legs spread. As Kendly St. fights for this takedown.
Yeah, St. Louis looking for his opportunity on the cage to get that double, and he does. Nice head control there by St. Louis, but he's in half guard. See if Laia can do something offensively here. He's trying to get a sweep, but he got the cage in the way.
He does have the underhook that he needs, but right now, flat on his back, Paulo Laia is going to have to get to his left hip if he wants to make anything happen here.
Yeah, St. Louis has that near side underhook. It'll be very difficult to move with that. Yeah, you see that near side underhook, that's controlling. Now you see Laia able to get that underhook. That's gonna allow him to take away the control of the shoulders. Now he's controlling the wrists. St. Louis has very good head position.
Interesting strategy here by Kendly St. Kenny, because the last time we saw Paulo Laia in here, he was put in about every submission attempt you could imagine. Didn't tap to any of them.
Yeah, it was unbelievable seeing his grit and his flexibility in his joints to escape a lot of very difficult submission positions.
Laia puts his hand down and his knee to make himself a grounded fighter, looking for a Kimura grip here. Randy Couture, St. Louis hanging heavy on the leg, getting to work with the left hand.
St. Louis doing a great job of dictating where this fight is going to happen. I think he did that just as Laia was figuring out that range and getting a little longer and using those long-range weapons. Going to see the adjustments in the second round. They're going to be interesting.
Kayla, what do you want to see St. Louis do from these positions?
Yeah, I mean, I think if he gets him down to the ground again, he's got to open up a little bit on the ground and pound. But he's doing a great job controlling the fight, being smart, picking his shots. It's just, if you want to win this contract, you got to be a little more deadly on the ground.
Oh.
Whoa!
Flying knee attempt there with a little switch from Paulo Laia. Wiz, Paulo Laia, long-limbed striker. Some little birds tell me that this is exactly how you fight and spar when you're in the gym. What do you want to see the Brazilian do?
I'm liking how calm he's staying. He's not giving up too many opportunities. St. Louis is really strong and really technical, so he's bringing it to him on the ground, but Laia's holding his own with the stand-up. So it's good to see these guys go back and forth and show both of their strengths out there.
And now a takedown from Paulo Laia, who looks to work to the back of Kendly St. Louis. St. Louis trying to roll out of it. Delano Taylor, what are you seeing from these two lightweights?
Man, these boys are going at it. Very back and forth. It seems like St. Louis is putting a lot of pressure going forward. I feel like he just needs a little bit more to try to stamp it, get his finish. Laia's doing a really good job fighting though, and trying to counter. I think if Kendly puts his foot on the pedal, he'll have it.
A couple of right hands come down from the top. Kendly St. once again in half guard here.
And this is where he needs to just kind of keep that pressure going from this top position. Both threaten with the pass into side control or into mount, and keep that pressure going with that ground and pound. Nice job by Laia getting that left underhook. Now he's able to move St. Louis a lot more and get back to his feet. Nice scramble, St. Louis trying to get the back.
Paulo Laia back to his feet for potentially the final 20 seconds of this first round.
10 seconds, Kendly.
There's the clapper. Final few seconds here. Kendly St. Louis pressing Paulo Laia to the barrier. Round 2 when we return on Fubo Sports.
Stop!
Paulo Laia there in the gray trunks. Kendly St. Louis, red corner in the black. Arena tells us round 2 set to begin. Referee gets him started for a second frame. Aggression here from Kendly St. Louis, trying to close that distance. Big D to the body, but now Kendly unloading. Paulo Laia wore a few of those.
Yeah, nasty combination there by Kendly St. Louis, especially that right hand landed very heavy on Laia, certainly rocked him there. Laia now looking for a hip switch, trying to get back to his feet or reverse, and almost gets it. He's trying to chase the back here. Now in on a single.
Nice counter wrestling here by Paulo Laia.
Control the hand, control the hand.
Those tall, lanky guys can be difficult to control.
Control his right hand, yes.
Well, as you see the fight winners down in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, it brings to mind the idea this fight has been interesting so far, but man, only one person gets a contract after what we saw from Ali Omar, the versatility in his game, Denzel Freeman with the first round high kick.
Yep.
And then Evelyn Martins and Jackie Cataline just went at it. So a lot of pressure on these main event fighters.
Yeah, no question about it. Look at this, Laia now has both hooks. Now has that body triangle. That's going to help him control Kendly St. Louis down there. See if he turns this either to a mount or maybe a rear naked choke attempt.
Now St. Louis just flips over inside that figure 4.
Yeah, he let Kendly's hip beat that leg position there on the body triangle. Kendly's just been a little bit more consistent with his positioning. Laia has done a good job scrambling, but hasn't really been able to solidify a whole lot once he gets to the ground. I think that's been the difference.
All right, Wiz Khalifa, what do you like from Kendly St. Louis? In control on top.
In control, you know, keeping it the pace that he wants. If he wants to get a contract, we want to see it finish. But, you know, Laia's pretty tall and dominant on the feet. So, you know, he's taking it to where he's comfortable. But I would like to see him get a little bit busier on the ground. And, you know, Laia's doing what he can defending. So we're just seeing, you know, pretty much what we've seen last round. Hopefully they'll switch it up and we'll see a tempo change.
Delano Taylor, you said you want to see Kendly St. Louis put his foot on the gas pedal here. Is this a position where he can get a finish?
Oh, this is most definitely a position he can get a finish. He's outworking this guy right now. He's dominating right now. But like Wiz said, we want to see a finish in order for him to get the contract. It's kind of hard to compete with Denzel.
Randy, it's not a rule that you got to get a finish in order to earn a contract, but we've seen some incredible technique tonight. We've seen some incredible action tonight. What does Kendly St. Louis need to do here to make these strikes more meaningful?
Well, I think Kendly's doing a great job. The problem he has is if he postures up to make more meaningful strikes there, this guy's so wily and so hard to hold down, he's going to find a way to weasel out, and you're going to have to go back to work, putting him in that bottom position. That 6-7 punch flurry from his feet was really amazing, and he stifled that by a takedown. I'm not sure why he didn't just stay in the pocket and keep ripping those shots.
Kayla Harrison, the queen of ground and pound. How do you coach Kendly St. Louis through this?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's got to be, he can't be afraid to posture here. I see what Randy's talking about. You know, Laia does a really good job of getting back to the under. Oh, well, might be a choke here, though. he had a wrist right earlier in the fight, and when you have such a dominant position like that, that's when you've got to unload those punches. When you've got two hands on one, unload, 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 go back to wrist right. Unload, 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 go back to wrist right.
Paulo Laia scrambling back to his feet here. No quit in the Brazilian. Was trying to get his hips out of the grasp of Kendly St. Louis.
Yeah, what was interesting is Kendly said that, you know, Laia makes a lot of mistakes on the ground, that he wouldn't let him get out of a lot of these positions. He's finding out that it's not so easy. Laia is a good scrambler, tall, lanky, knows how to weasel out of a lot of these positions like Randy said, and he's working on a rear naked choke, but he's not underneath the chin. Just 10 seconds to go. He's not going to be able to get a finish here.
But Kendly St. Louis will finish this fight in this round in a dominant position. We'll see the third round on Fubo Sports when we return to Challenger Series action. He was victorious in his last outing, was one of the finalists, didn't quite earn the contract. We'll see what he can make happen here in the third round. Laia goes to work on the body.
Nice long jab there by Laia. Now doing a much better job of establishing his range.
Earlier in the fight, Kendly St. Louis caught one of those front kicks from Laia and dumped it to his back. Oh, good right hand there from Paulo Laia. Kendly St. Louis punches his way through it.
Yeah, Kendly has to do more feints to try to get his way on the inside.
Stop! Time. Corner man, the tape. Cut that tape for me.
A little loose tape here on the glove of Kendly St. Louis. Josh Rutgers will get that cut off quickly.
Good job, appreciate you. You ready? Ready? Fight!
On the restart, a touch of the gloves. All right, Delano Taylor, I think Paulo Laia probably finds himself down 2 rounds on the scorecards. What does he need to do with that long range to try and get a finish?
I think Paulo needs to keep the fight standing for as long as possible. I think he needs to use his range and actually start pressuring Kendly instead of backing up as much. I think he'll have a better chance of finding a finish that way.
Kendly St. Louis, elevation and domination, puts Paulo Laia down on his back one more time here. Steps from side control into the half guard. Kenny, do you like that?
Yeah, that was a nice lift, nice high amplitude takedown there, showing dominance. St. Louis in a good position in half guard. See if he stays busy with his ground and pound though. Laia certainly is.
All right, Wiz, you're calling for a finish as Kendly St. Louis tries to snake an arm around the neck of Paulo Laia. Are you confident we're going to see one?
Yeah, it's been a really good fight, man. Both of these dudes have been real sharp and good at what they do. St. Louis is looking real strong and dominant, and he's just waiting for him to make a mistake, whether it's on the ground, and his stand-up starting to look a little bit better too. And Laia's hanging in there, he's holding on, he's doing what he can. If he could mix it up a little bit more or catch him slipping, you know what I'm saying, it could go either way. So I'm excited to see how this thing finishes out.
Kayla Harrison, what is the right risk for Kendly St. Louis to take here to earn a finish?
I mean, I think he's just got to win the battle of the underhooks first. I wouldn't be against him going all the way back into the guard and just raining down some heavy blows. He's got half a round left. He's already won the first 2 rounds pretty clearly, so, you know, rain him down.
Randy, what do you think?
Well, I think St. Louis has done a great job at dictating where this fight happens. He's doing a great job from that half guard, using that bottom link Turk and that anchor to secure a guy that's very wily and very hard to hang on to. He's in the driver's seat. I'm not sure we're going to see a finish tonight, but I've got St. Louis winning this fight all 3 rounds so far.
Ian Parker, remind me how you bet this fight.
I took over 1.5, so we already hit that. I still think Laia could be a live dog if this fight gets standing up. For Kendly St. Louis, if he wants a contract, I know, Sean, you did mention you don't have to get a finish, but when Freeman fought the way he did and Evelyn Martinez fought the way she did, he needs a finish. He needs to posture up and rain down punches.
It's a great point for me and Parker. It's not just about beating your opponent, it's about impressing our celebrity panel, impressing the fans at home who will participate in the Bud Light fan vote a little bit later. Only one contract to give away. All 4 winners tonight are eligible. 3 are going to go home displeased.
Laia doing his best to stay busy off of his back, but positionally, Kendly St. Louis has been a step ahead.
And remember, Kendly St. Louis, first time out in the Challenger Series on very short notice, took a bout at welterweight and won that fight against Nick Allen. Said, I want to go down to my more natural weight class, 155 pounds. Didn't make weight quite, but this impressive performance lets you know that he's very comfortable as a lightweight. Nice right hand from the top.
That was a big right hand. Just missed with that left hand. Laia has an unbelievable chin, as we found out in his last fight. St. Louis looked like he was going to transition into mount, doing little shoulder strikes there. And these are more chipping shots. He's choosing to have more control with his ground and pound. Now he's starting to posture up a little bit, but you see, as soon as he does, as soon as he gives that space, it allows Laia to scramble just like that.
Laia will flail his legs in one final attempt to turn the tide in this fight. So, we hear the final bell. This one will go to the judges' scorecards, and we'll have an official decision when we return.
After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the bout 30-27. For your winner by unanimous decision, Kendly St. Louis.
Kendly St. Louis, winner by unanimous decision, 2-0 inside a PFL cage.